everyone, how are you? It is Moonlight Mason, and in this video I want to talk about Jaclyn Hill and some of the drama that's been going on with her. And if you're new to my channel, hi, how are you? Welcome, and do leave a comment below, hit the like button, and keep watching. Okay, you guys, so Jaclyn Hill's drama is going to be over shortly. I would hope that I'm feeling like I've had enough of this drama for this summer, and I want it to end, and I want us to move on. And so we'll see what happens and what Jaclyn Hill is going to bring to the table next. I'm not sure if she's ever going to address this again, or, you know, some people just keep it moving and then they don't look back. But I have a feeling that she will actually talk about it, but we shall soon see. Hopefully it'll be soon. She won't be gone for so long. So anyways, this thing about Morphe, now everyone is talking about Morphe, when on my last video, I came up with a little conspiracy theory, a little scenario that I kind of explained why I thought Morphe was involved with Jaclyn Hill. Do you remember that? Do you remember me saying that I had seen someone else's video and that Morphe was allegedly somehow involved? And now people are talking about it as if it's something, it's just come to the surface, but I tried to bring it to the surface when I had made my prior video on why I thought that was going on and how to make that connection. So it's very like, you know, it's like going to a mystery, this whole, you know, Jaclyn's cosmetics, Jaclyn Hill lip Dramageddon 2. So anyways, the thing that's really interesting as well is how her ex-husband, Jon Hill, you know, he several times already, you know, he's made some statements defending her. And I think that's great that they have a really cool relationship still going on. And it's just interesting to me. I've said it in other videos that spark between those two, I just don't believe that that's totally gone at all. I think that a little spark remains, and I think something may come of that later on. I'm not quite sure how Jaclyn Hill's new relationship is going. I'm not sure if Jon Hill has a new girlfriend. He's probably just out there dating. But I think that Jaclyn Hill and Jon Hill have a little spark left. I really admire, well, everyone else just questions, why does Jon Hill, her ex-husband, you know, comment or defends Jaclyn, and then they bring up the boyfriend, which is, you know what, which I think is just unnecessary to bring Jaclyn Hill's current boyfriend up, because he hasn't said anything, he hasn't made any comments. It doesn't mean that he doesn't care. It doesn't mean anything at all. It just means that, you know, hasn't made any comments about it. That's all. It doesn't mean anything, but a lot of people like to make comments and say, where is he and what is he doing? Well, I think he's just being there holding Jaclyn up. I don't know if Jaclyn is ever going to recover from this. You know, the more and more stuff comes out with the animal hair, and this one lab, they've got pictures going around with a dog that was there, and apparently there was another time where it was raided because it wasn't up to FBI standards, and it's been declared like a disaster lab. Many times before this, they had a class action lawsuit against them. And you know what? The red flags just keep building and building and building, almost to the point like, you know, whoever spoke or whoever decided to go with this lab, didn't they do any research? Or did Jaclyn, do this on her own? It's just all really interesting to me. And then people keep saying, she's not acting like a CEO, she's just by disappearing. You guys, none of these influencers are true, CEOs, with maybe the exception of Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star is a CEO. He has a whole empire built beneath them. But other than that, you can look at any other beauty guru, and even if they've come out with some makeup, they're not really like operating in the form of a CEO. It's not like every day, bro. Every day, bro. Oh my God. They come out, they get a collab, or they come out and this one time, with a cologne or a makeup or something. It doesn't mean that they're turning into this huge company just because they've come out one or two or three times with a product. So no, Jaclyn's never taken a business class. Maybe she has, I don't know, but she is not a CEO. She doesn't know, obviously, she doesn't know, the ins and outs of anything with the makeup. She admitted that to us already. She says, I'm used to working in collabs, and obviously this lipstick was some sort of, not a collab, but other people had interest in this. Other people like Morphe had their hands in this project in one way or another. It could have been, just on a financial end, or it could have been, hands-on. Or it could have been something that she owed, and they were going to take the money when they first, who knows what it is, and who knows if we will ever know what really went on with this Jaclyn Hill's, lipsticks. Who knows if we'll ever know why those things got in there, the metal, the glass, all that stuff that has not been addressed. I think that's the part that bothers most people, especially if you've purchased her lipsticks and you yourself, got harmed in any way. You deserve an answer, and a lot of people just want to know why, why did this happen and how did it happen? And I think that, when we as a community criticize someone and say, she should be up front and center and come out of hiding and do this, it takes a certain character, a certain personality. And so, everyone is not the same. And so even though we might feel that in order for her to be, a CEO of her company, that she needs to be, up front and speak, and just tell us the truth, she doesn't have it in her to do that. She may not be mentally stable to do it, or emotionally stable. She did say that she takes all the negative comments and the negative hate and all the stuff that people leave her. Jaclyn Hill has said that she does take it to heart, and it's really hard for her. So, you cannot really be a CEO if you're being led by your emotions. And the best thing to do would be to retreat and take care of her. And we don't know what's going on with her. If she's depressed, we don't know. So, I don't think it's right to say, that Jaclyn Hill should do X, Y, and Z. I don't think that's right of us to say she should do that, because if she doesn't do it, then that's not her. And then, we all have a choice of whether in the future, if you're going to support her or you're not. We all have a choice. I mean, I don't feel like right now, and I have supported her. I've shown you guys the products that I have from her. I have supported her, but I just don't see myself supporting Jaclyn Hill until, all of this gets a foundation, and some of it gets solid, whatever she is doing. So that's my 2 cents. I do wish her well, and I hope everything turns out, and it's a big, long, drawn out drama that doesn't seem to end. You know, she did say that she had her lipsticks tested, and, you know, other brands have tested it, and there was only mold and what was it? Mold and some, I was going to say algae, but it's not algae. Some spurs or something growing out of the component of one of her lipsticks, but none of her lipsticks, all of her lipsticks was tested negative. And I know that a lot of people commented and said, I'm so disappointed. I wanted them to be tested positive. And you know, I can see where that's coming from, because it's almost like a group mentality. Like everybody's like, you know, oh my God, you know, we got hurt by someone we really care about, and, you know, we supported her and we got hurt and we're not getting any answers. I totally get that. But to be happy if it came back positive with all this stuff, a lot of you guys would be freaking out. And you would be, you know, it would cause a lot of stress for a lot of you guys, because you'd be going to the doctor, you're going to attorneys. Who knows what you guys, you know, who knows what I would do, you know. It's just something that would cause a lot of stress. I think that if that test came back negative, that we should say it came back negative and talk about it, that it's negative, because that's what it is. And her lipsticks were, and if you have any of her lipsticks, they are contaminated. They are contaminated. And that's the other part that I have a real issue with, is, you know, you hate to look at someone and say, you know, you're lying, but that's a lie. There's so many different lies going on. And it's just because I think part of it might be that she's not even privy. Seriously, I think Jaclyn Hill may not even be privy to exactly everything that's going on. And also, you know, the 5 labs that were tested, I didn't see 5 different test results. I didn't click on the link, so maybe there are, I don't know. So let me know down below if you guys saw 5 different test results from 5 different labs. I would like to know if that was there. Anyways, I would continue not to use this lipstick, even though it does not have, you know, mold or salmonella or any of those bacteria, any of that bacteria in it, because it is contaminated. And I do not believe, another thing I don't believe is that it's only less than 1%. I already talked about this in my previous video. I don't believe that, obviously. How could that be? You know? And I think it's a good thing that she shut everything down. I think it's a good thing. I think that's great that she did that. It could have been handled a more COE-ish way, you know, a more professional way. But you know what? She's only being herself. And yeah, I don't think her boyfriend did anything wrong by not saying anything. I think Jon Hill and Jaclyn Hill still have a spark, and that they might get together in, you know, the future. I'm not sure what's happening with her current boyfriend, and I just kind of want this to end and to move on. All right, that's my video on this Jaclyn Hill that you guys have been asking me to make. So that is my commentary. I'll see you guys in the next one.